And welcome back, everyone, to What If, the start of a new What If, and the next in the series of the My Hero What Ifs. Real quick, first off, Devin, I believe it's is it Devin or Devonte Heeman or Hyman? I asked for this. This was at least I'm sure someone else may have asked, but he asked for this. And someone did point out that they did want to see other What Ifs, not just involving Deku. And I get that completely. And there are what ifs, and like you gave a couple suggestions, like what if Stain had killed Ida, and I did honestly. First off, I wrote those down because those are good what ifs to try at some point. But also, it's really just a matter of who first come first serve in the Notebook. I always I always have to re-explain it, but I get new viewers too, so it's important to try to re-explain it. The way I do requests is very simple. I've got my book. I got all my books, my what ifs, my who would wins, my Pokemon's, my all that, and I write down the name. I just give a little line, and then I just start tallying the recommendations. Occasionally, people get moved around a little bit when like someone just keeps spamming comment like our suggestions. I've got quite a few of you guys who do that. It's fine. I've had to. It actually helps me fill the book up faster, so that way I can then cycle to a new book. But then I go just look and go, okay, this one, this one, this one. Okay, next time this one, this one, this one, and I just keep going because if I play favorites, then not everyone's ever going to be, we're never going to get to everyone, and that's not fair. So eventually, then the less Midoriya focused what ifs will happen. But there you go. But anyway, what if get them claps, get them claps going? Do you hear me? Put respect on. Anyway, what if Deku had the system from Solo Leveling? Now, I do not read or watch Solo Leveling. I have heard of it. I should probably watch it. So this is one where I really had to try to do as much research as I could about this beforehand. And because of the way the system works, first off, we'll treat it like a quirk, obviously. But someone kind of said, this wouldn't work unless there's the dungeon show up in My Hero, which again is a decent type of idea for My Hero. And technically you're right. To be fair, though, there are things we can do to circumvent that, but this is why it's called adaptation. You have to make it work within the confines of the world. But you shouldn't lose the character of the ability. So the system, basically, it's like an RPG system. You earn experience through many different things. You are given quests, and you have a daily quest of I believe it's called Path to Power, where you got to basically do the Saitama workout, 100 like push-ups, sit-ups, or whatever, and then a 110K run. And if you do, you'll get, I believe it's like a free restoration ability, or like to restore your mana or health if you're near defeat. Plus, you'll get a 1 point in your stats increased. But if you fail to do that, you'll be sent to a dimension for 4 hours where there are killer centipede monsters and such that will try to kill you. And you can either run from them or you can kill them and get experience too. So, yeah. There are also just quests that will show up that give you more experience. There are skills and abilities that will give you more experience. Like the whole idea of Solo Leveling is to basically make him the prime vessel for the god of death. And so he's got the architect who designed the system is basically trying to get him as strong as possible. So how do we do that in a My Hero world and treat it like a quirk? Okay, so let's start with how he gets the quirk. He's not born with this quirk, actually. I think that's actually going to be very key here. He is not born, unlike some of the other scenarios, he's not born with this quirk. In fact, what's it? Professor, what was the name? Something or other. The doctor basically tells him, like, yeah, you don't have a quirk. I'm sorry, kid. And Deku obviously is sad about this. So a few years pass, and Deku ends up in an accident. Now, he's fine, like no overall permanent damage, but he is hospitalized and needs a blood transfusion. Because we have to make some sort of alteration for this quirk to work, or for this scenario to happen. And he even says, like, well, whose blood is it? A former hero. It was donated by many blood donors. Now, the individual who gave this blood is no longer alive. but their quirk factor still exists within the blood, looking for the right candidate. Now, in the series Solo Leveling, apparently, they chose the person who was nearest to death to be the right representative of the god of death. Here, we're not going to get that specific, for obvious reasons, because there's plenty of quirkless people out there. But he is... so the quirk factor is still in there, and I think we treat it a little bit like the will of Sauron endured, or All for One, where once the blood is transfused into Midoriya, and then he wakes up, goes home, eventually it settles into his body, and he actually gains the system quirk. I think that's an effective way of doing it. And system, it's whatever will this individual had left has turned into system. It can kind of communicate with him to some degree. The options are there, but here's the problem. Here's the catch with system. You gain experience through killing more and more foes, more and more powerful foes, all that. That would work for a villain, but Deku's not a villain. Deku's first off, he's a kid, and second, he wants to be a hero. So his leveling up journey is not going to be anywhere near as easy. So he starts playing around with it. It's what? Okay, my stats, and he sees his stats. And then he sees go, okay, path to power. What do I gotta do? Oh God! And he tries. And to be fair, Midoriya when he trained with All Might, at first it sucked, but he still did it. So it's not that Midoriya is actually incapable of doing this. And Midoriya is smart enough to think, well, wait, it doesn't say I have to do it all at once. So his morning starts off with half of the workout, and then say his afternoon ends with the other half of the workout. Because as far as I know, it doesn't say you have to do it all in one go. And so Midoriya ultimately starts doing that. He learns about the shop and trading whatever the currency that this thing allows him for these items. And I imagine he started out with at least some currency. So he looks at the inventory potion, okay, potion, this, all right, cool. And so he starts just working out, and quickly he starts to just get stronger. Even not just the physical endurance and training he's getting from just working out, but literally the stat increase was just also adding to him. And then the day comes around, I want to say 10 years of age, where he forgets to work out. He takes a day off. And Midoriya just huh? What? It's yep. And he sees the penalty. He's yep, you got 4 hours to survive here. Good luck. It's and all of a sudden he sees the Sunday monster. Oh God! It's why me? And they bite into him. They start ripping into him. He's surprised he's not as hurt as he should be, but he actually can see his hit points and all that on screen. And he just throws a punch, and he does actually manage to punch one back. It doesn't fully kill him. What? Whoa. And he starts thinking about, okay, do I have anything in my inventory? Dagger. What am I supposed to do with this? It's he just kills one. Huh? And sure enough, he does start, and he notices he gets experience from that. And it's just, and he ends up killing him. 4 hours come by and just comes out of the portal, and his mom finds him in his room. It's just covered in purple scented bleed bludges, and he's just it's Midoriya, what happened? I don't want to talk about it. Was it your quirk? Yeah, it was my quirk, Mom. I'm gonna go take a shower and contemplate existence. So, yeah, Midoriya. Now, as time goes on, though, Midoriya notes that he got a lot of experience, and just his stats and everything went up a lot faster that way. And so, as time passes, he kind of starts going off and on with his workout, because his workout gets easier as he starts to do it. And so ultimately he starts kind of doing a day on, day off, and start every 4 hours, or every 4 hours goes in, and it gets easier as it goes in. Because correct me if I'm wrong, again, I don't read or watch Solo Leveling. Do the centipede monsters increase in strength the more he increases in strength? I'm going to assume no. And so eventually it starts getting easier. He does start getting coin as well, or whatever currency it is. So he's like upgrading, maybe even like decides to take a sword instead. But and when asking what his profession is, he says, "No, I'm going to be a hero." I was like, "Hunter? No, hero, hero," and then it just kind of hero. And there are job skills with whatever profession you have. I can see Hero just having a couple just basic abilities. One would be Hero's Aura, gives him essentially an energy attack, but only channeled through, like, say, his fists or his weapons. Enhanced for speed for rescuing people, durability, whatnot. Whereas Hunter, you'd have tracking abilities. Necromancer, you have shadow capabilities and soul manipulation abilities. So Midoriya gets stronger a lot faster, a lot quicker. And then we catch to pretty much the opening of the series where he's in class, and everyone's like, and now Midoriya's probably never actually tried to explain to Bakugo, no, I have a quirk. It's like, yeah, right, idiot, because he can't really show off his quirk. Yeah, he could maybe summon something out of thin air, but Bakugo clearly isn't watching or doesn't care, and so Midoriya basically just fine, whatever. And so Midoriya is in class, and Midoriya is applying to UA, obviously. Now, one thing that has come with him having to kill those centipedes so often is he's not colder, but he's definitely a lot more confident in stuff. Like, he's actually now got a lot of combat experience under his belt. And so he's a lot willing to take shit from Bakugo, but he usually just lets it happen just to save the peace. And just be like, it's not worth it. He's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So when, Midoriya, I see you've also tried to apply for UA. Now, if Bakugo were paying attention in class, he'd note that Midoriya's physical skills have increased way beyond his own. To the point where actually, that's a good question. Do I think he'd be as strong as All Might here? No. The base workout alone isn't going to do it. It makes him probably stronger than anyone in his grade or even his age. But that's not going to do it. The stat increases he's been getting from the centipedes definitely aid a lot, but I don't think it puts him right now on the same, because he doesn't want to kill. The only thing he's been killing is the centipede, so the amount of experience he gets is limited. I see it as more, he's probably like at max a third of peak All Might, maybe a third, and I'm being generous on that. Which still would make him one of the strongest physical individuals or physically strong individuals in the entire series, mind you. But still, and I mean, all his other abilities are kind of in proportion. Like Deku's biggest advantage really is his intelligence. So he's been made sure to keep all of his stats even, so either not one of them is greater than the other. And so when Bakugo screws with him, like he tries to take his book, Midoriya. So he takes Midoriya's books, like, you don't really need this, do you, dweeb? Look, I'm going to get into UA, so just don't make me look bad. And then he's about to blow up the book. So you're not going to need this. Huh? It's like, you're right, I'm not going to need this. You're right, I don't need it. So maybe I should just get rid of it. And just pops it into his infinite storage. It's like, what? It's like, all right, my book's gone. Are you happy now, Bakugo? Can we just not do this today? And I was like, how did you do that? It's like, I told you I do have a quirk. You've never listened. I have a quirk. It's like, yeah, whatever. So you can make things pop. So you can pop things out of it, make them invisible. No, that's not what it is. Whatever, dweeb. Just stay out, and just kind of gets in Midoriya's face. Just stay out of my way. And Midoriya really wants to just look at him and say, or what? He wants to do that, but he's just like, he keeps quiet. So that's what I thought. Whatever, loser Deku. And Midoriya just kind of he's just big, balling his fist. It's like, it's arrogant. Like, he still admires Bakugo, he does, but he now knows, because of just how much he's trained and how much he's tested himself, he could easily kick Bakugo's ass. Because he doesn't just have enhanced physicality. He has legitimate combat experience now. And they say there are the natural warriors like Bakugo, who is skilled in hand-to-hand. But Midoriya has actually fought, God knows, hordes of individuals. So his technique, his skill, his overall abilities are actually greater than Bakugo's. And then, he just, as, he walks away, goes outside, and just, as he does, just pops the book out and just looks at it as idiot. And just kind of mumbling to himself. And he's just walking under there, just thinking, he's like, man, I'm going to show Buck. I'm going to show him I can be a hero no matter what. I was like, yes, it's my lucky day, huh? And he gets attacked by the sludge monster. It's going to be over quick. A little bit of pain, and I'll be able to ride your meat suit out of here. You're a real hero today, kid. Only for Midoriya just kind of, it's like, what the? Because his strength does overwhelm the sludge monsters. Just kind of like flexes a little bit. Just turns around. Oh God, that tastes horrible. It's like, what the? Huh? And he's ready to throw down with this thing if he needs to. The question is, would he actually beat it? See, the solo leveling system, or the system, will also just give you impromptu quests just to make you stronger, just to beat the opponent. The problem is, and you get titles too for beating, like for doing certain feats or just doing certain actions. Like you say, you beat a certain type of opponent, you'll get a certain title that gives you a certain ability based on that. I think Sun Jinwoo beat like 20 wolves or something and gained like Beastmaster, which gave him 30% increase in the attack against beasts. Beating like 3 boss level opponents in a row gave him the ability where he was able to add 50%, whatever damage he took, 50% of that damage went to his stats every time. Like, this thing literally will just max him out. He doesn't have an upper limit as far as we know. There is no stopping how far he'll go. And so Midoriya's just like, okay. I was like, I gotta think this through. I've definitely got the speed advantage and probably got the strength advantage too. But his liquid body is gonna be really hard to do anything against. So it's oh, are you all right, boy? Don't worry. I was like, huh? For I am here. Wait, is that All Might? Boo smash! Now, would Midoriya theoretically be able to do a smash attack and like through like a wind gust? Even at a third of All Might's power. Let's actually go even further down. A quarter. Let's say a quarter. I think that's a good. Actually, quarter sounds better in my mouth than in my head than a third. But let's say even at a quarter, could he throw a punch and could an air gust come out? I'd say a shockwave could come out, and maybe that's what Midoriya initially does. Poof! And then All Might comes in and just blasts him again, and obviously he catches him. Whoa! I must admit, you're pretty strong, kid. What's your name? He's classmate. No, Izuku Midoriya. Well, Izuku Midoriya, you seem to have quite the power behind you. Yeah, I hope to really be a hero as great as you someday, All Might. Is that so? I then take it you're going to see doing the entrance exams coming up soon. Aiming for the UA, it's my alma mater. Yep, absolutely. I want to follow in your footsteps. I was like, that's a good admirable goal. But right now I got to get this guy to the police station. Wait, could you please? Oh, he signed my book. And because he has a quirk, there's no reason for him to be like, wait, I have so many things I need to ask you. No, he's not going to do that. And so the sludge monster gets to the police station fine. Midoriya studies for the test. And because of all of his enhancements, he probably aced the test. And then, and obviously he still mutters, 100 kind of says it's going to be you. Stop muttering. It's disrespectful. Calm the fuck down. So Midoriya is just like, he's like, all right. Let's do this. Like, I will not allow anyone to disrupt these exams. Yeah, not up to you, Ida. You need to calm the F down. So, sorry, it wasn't intentional, really. I don't mean it didn't mean anything bad. You better not. This is for the highest honor to go to UA. It's like, yep, I understand. All right, ready and go. Begin. And then Ida rushes off, but Midoriya just kind of rushes past them. Like, he is fast at this point. Again, he's not like light speed, which Shinru does get to, but he's fast. Like, Ida's like, I can barely keep up with him. And then Midoriya just kind of goes in and just pulls out a sword and just literally slash through 1 and 2 pointers. He's already like taking individuals out. And I imagine he actually probably does get a couple. He does get the title of maybe Scrap Master, where he gets like a 20% boost against armored opponents or something like that, which then leads to everyone saying about the flee against the 0 pointer. Even Midoriya is like, I'm not exactly sure I can beat that yet. And he's about to leave, and then he sees Uraraka. It's like, it's that girl. And it's like, what's that boy doing? I gotta save her. I gotta save her. She can't get out. She's stuck. And he tries to lift it. It's like, it's pretty heavy, but I think I can. It's here. Crap. It's like, just stay behind me, no matter what. And I was like, where'd that kid get that sword from? And then he actually pulls out another sword. It's like, he just summoned, like, they're watching, including All Might. He just summoned it out of nowhere. It's like, I'm not gonna let you touch her. It's like, hero. I can't really have a name for this. Slashings. Like, he's kind of tries to emulate All Might, and he uses his job title skill, Hero Aura, to basically coat it in energy. Just and just it just goes through it, and he just lands down. Just and then oh crap! I got it. It's like, yeah. Oh crap! I got save her. And then she's eventually able to get the stuff off of her because zero gravity. She can literally just get it off her if she needed to. And Midoriya's like, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks a lot. And then he sees new title, Armor Titan Slayer. And basically increase of instead of the 20, he goes all the way to like a ×2 increase against armored foes or whatever. So yeah. Or what was the thing I suggested here? I can't remember. I think that was, yeah, I knew it was, I did an armor piercing kind of thing here. Here, though, there's also the fact that the system allows you to see items that drop, like loot that drops from fallen opponents. And because this is an opponent that he does, in fact, actually kill, even though it's not sentient or alive or anything, it's destroyed, so it's killed. I can see like several potions, maybe it's more, maybe reinforcing metal that reinforces the blades. He now has an invisible armor on him that he can summon up. So everything's just been increased a way up further, and his stats just increased where he just kind of puts them towards different things. And so everyone's watching, everyone cheers. Later on, All Might greets him saying, "Welcome to My Hero Academia." And so Midoriya, is there in class, and he completely shits on everyone in the physical exam with the quirks. Like, except for maybe in this case, weirdly enough, the ball toss. Like, it's still amazingly strong, but it's possibly you might not excel in that, but everything else, from the grip strength one to the dash, the jump, all of it, he's kind of just excelling. And Bakugo gets like, you idiot, you never had a quirk. Where did this get? What have you been hiding the whole time? I was like, whoa, I haven't done it. And obviously, Aizawa gets it. That's enough. His quirk is listed in the registry. Everything's perfectly legal. So calm down, Bakugo. That's an order. It's like, Deku. And so it leads into their first training exercise, where Midoriya and Uraraka have to go against Ida and Bakugo. And obviously Bakugo goes on his own, tries to attack Midoriya. Midoriya dodges. It's like, thank God he missed. Even with all my stat boosts, I don't know how much I can take from him when it comes to his quirk. You've been mocking me the whole time, Deku. He just starts to just really beat Bakugo. Not like beat him hand-wise, although he definitely could. But he just says, like, no, you idiot. You're the one I've always admired. I've always aspired to be like you. It's like, yeah, I'm going to beat the living hell out of you, Deku. And he's just trying, and he can't. He's getting more and more pissed off. And Midoriya's just trying to lead him away from Uraraka. It's like, okay, look. It's look. This, we don't have to be. Why do you hate me so much? Like, this, is it really that big? Do you really have that big of an ego? It's like, yeah, Deku. And if they built these to my specifications, this has been storing my sweat the whole time. For one big boom. No, Bakugo, to kill him. He'll be fine. And as long as he dodges, and just boom. And Midoriya actually just doesn't dodge. He actually takes it head on. And even Bakugo's like, the idiot didn't dodge. Is he insane? And then All Might just look at it, I was like, no. And All Might does push it because he is seeing the potential in Midoriya here. So, because obviously he wants a successor. And again, seeing the potential in Midoriya, what he's doing, is pretty advantageous. So he just I mean, there's Midoriya. And to be fair, Bakugo's hit is big enough. It's probably the worst attack Midoriya has taken. Taken his entire life. Like his arms are burnt. Even his like he's taken a lot of like HP damage, hit point damage, even with all his stat increases. Just like, ugh. I gotta admit, Bakugo, it was pretty good. I've still got one more, idiot. You don't look like you're on death's door. Yeah, I bet you could take one more if I really tried. Bakugo, that's a stupid strategy whether you're a hero or villain, so knock it off. It's like, fine. It's not like he's on his last legs anyway. Well, you're right about one thing. I don't know if I could take another one of those, to be honest. But, and then he just, and he can't, Bakugo can't see the system. But Midoriya just kind of holds his hand. It's like, what are you doing? Waving goodbye? It's like, no, not quite. But, and then all of a sudden, Bakugo sees a shot. Midoriya just feels like, oh, that's better. Oh man, that was some attack, Bakugo. I gotta give you credit. That almost knocked me out. I was like, yeah, what did you do? I was like, oh, I took a potion. Because he just sees the boop. Well, not a potion. Actually, he's got a lot of free recovery, so he probably just did that. I also got potions. I can use them on you guys if you want. If you never need. It's like, what is this is a game? I mean, my quirk that's how my quirk kind of works. What? Tell me, what's this stupid quirk of yours? It's called system. And he kind of explains it. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And it's like, all right. And Midoriya finally just says, all right, enough of it. And just clotheslines Bakugo, just like right in the next. And just, Midoriya, you and Deku. And all of a sudden, gets the tape around and just like, all right, that's enough. It's our Bakugo is captured. I lost. and so Midoriya's like, well, I gotta go rocking now. And so, he gets out of there. And eventually they overwhelm Ida. Now, this would probably give him one other new title. And I was racking my brains on it a little bit. I think it'd be like because the explosion is both concussive and fire. So I know I want something that deals with heat, but we know we got Todoroki coming up too, and that's gotta give him some sort of like boost when he's like completes something. I would say this. I think when he damage from burns any damage healed from a burn is gives him a 50% increase in he takes 50% of whatever damage from the burn he takes from. Or whatever damage he takes from a burn, he gains 50% of that back in stats when he recovers. Something like that. So, ultimately, we end on part 1. Now, this will be interesting a little bit more in the second part. Because Shigaraki is very much a gamer. So, it'll be interesting to see how he kind of reacts to someone using a game-based quirk to some degree. But anyway, let me know what you think. Put in the comments below. Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.